Today, we're talking about something super important. Have you ever felt like you're bending over backward, trying to prove your worth, like it's a never-ending struggle just to get a bit of their attention? What if I told you that the real strength comes from walking away with your head held high instead of fighting for their attention? What if the moment you stop chasing is the moment they start wanting to be around you? What do you want, my friends? That's exactly what we're diving into today. And if you think this kind of transformation only happens in movies, you need to hang tight with me, because this video is going to blow those old ideas out of the water. Yeah, this is the video that'll help you become someone who doesn't chase after people, but naturally attracts them with their quiet confidence. Today, we're not just talking about stopping the chase. We're talking about getting your peace of mind back too. That makes you unforgettable. Epicurus once said, "It's better to die hungry, having lived without grief and fear, than to live troubled in the midst of plenty." This quote really nails the Stoic idea that true strength comes from keeping your dignity and peace of mind, even if it means letting go of what doesn't help you anymore. It reminds us that our worth isn't about what others think, but about our own inner strength. So, my friend, are you ready to stop begging for attention and start living? Value yourself above everything else. Are you ready to tap into the power that's always been inside you? This isn't just about making a statement. It's about committing to yourself, standing tall, and never settling for less than you deserve. It's time to embrace the strength that's been waiting to be unleashed. So, here's what you need to do. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Why does this matter? Because when you engage, YouTube sees this content as valuable and shares it with more people like you. Looking for some guidance? When you lend a hand to others, the universe tends to return the favor. But if you can't bring yourself to do that, then this video probably isn't for you. Without taking action, nothing will change. So go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, help others, and watch how the universe starts helping you in return. Ready, my friend? Let's go. Now, before you dive deeper into that thought, let me clear something up. You might feel like just walking away and not fighting for attention is accepting defeat can make you think, what if I just stop chasing them? What if they totally forget me? But let's be clear. Stoicism isn't just about walking away. It's about putting all your energy into yourself, your health, your growth, your inner peace. It's all about you. Stoicism shows us that real strength comes from within, from building ourselves up without needing anyone else's approval. So, whenever you choose to step back, remember, it's not just about leaving, it's about what you're focusing on. It's all about making progress in your own life. You need to work on yourself, invest in your well-being, and nurture your mind. This time alone is really valuable. It's a chance to focus on what matters most, you. That's why I mentioned earlier that if you don't take action, this video won't change anything for you. But once you start working on yourself, it will naturally improve your relationships. You might wonder, what if they forget about you? The real question is, are you taking care of yourself? If you're willing to lose yourself just to get someone else's attention, remember that their reactions are out of your control. But how you spend your time, energy, and life is totally up to you. This journey isn't really about them. It's about you taking back your power, peace, and purpose. When you start focusing on yourself, you naturally become more attractive. And when they see the new you, they'll start chasing you. Like I said at the beginning, we're here to turn the tables. If you've got any questions holding you back from taking the right steps, just drop them in the comments. I'm here to help you along the way. Now, Let's do an affirmation to boost your confidence. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say, "I am worthy of attention." Got it? Now, share that in the comments so I know you're with me and really committed to recognizing your worth and making a positive change. Okay, so now that we've talked about their life, the next thing you need to think about is what you should do to turn things around. First off, don't ever lower yourself or chase after their attention. So what's next? Well, I'm going to lay out a 7-step plan that you can use to change yourself into someone who naturally attracts others without even trying. Trust me, these are steps I've tested out myself, and I can promise you they work if you're really committed. Let's talk about turning things around and changing your life. These steps will help you do just that, so let's jump into this 7-step guide that'll help you take back your power and start living a life where you don't have to seek anyone's attention. They'll come to you. First up, number 1, focus on your physical health. This is a key step in our journey, so let's break down why prioritizing your health is so important. You might think I'm about to tell you to dress a certain way or wear the latest styles, but it's way more than that. Looking sharp and keeping up with grooming are definitely important, and you should focus on them for sure. But listen, I'm not here to tell you what you already know. Let's get into what I really mean when I say you need to prioritize your physical health and why it's crucial. Especially if you're not trying to compete for anyone's attention, whether that's reigniting a spark, attracting someone new, or making an ex see what they've lost. When I talk about prioritizing physical health, let's be honest, physical health is way more important than just looking good in the mirror. It's the foundation for everything in life. It's all about feeling good inside and having the energy to go after your dreams and live with passion. Nobody wants to be in a relationship where they're always stressing about their partner's health or dealing with someone who's constantly tired or out of shape. That's just not appealing, no matter how nice your clothes are. You've been in a solid relationship for a few years, but lately it feels like the spark has faded. Maybe you both got a little too comfy. You might think that dressing up or planning a fancy date night will help, but the real magic happens when you both feel energized and alive, ready to enjoy each other's company. Taking care of your physical health shows you're committed to yourself and your partner, and it can bring back that excitement and energy that drew you together in the first place. All right, so let's chat about how to attract someone new. About a year ago, I had a crush on a coworker, but I was feeling pretty down. My energy was low and I wasn't in great shape. Then it hit me. If I wanted to get their attention, it wasn't about forcing it. It was about being the best version of myself. That's when I stumbled upon Stoicism. And it totally changed my perspective on myself and everything around me. Stoicism showed me that true power and attraction come from within. By building a strong sense of self-worth and realizing that I'm enough just as I am, I started working out regularly, not just to look good, but to feel good. I changed my diet, got more sleep, and I noticed a shift not only in my appearance, but also in how I carried myself. I stopped chasing attention and started attracting it naturally. When you're physically healthy, you radiate confidence, and that confidence is magnetic, whether it's with a coworker, someone new, or even an ex you want to impress. To understand what they've lost, your physical energy says a lot without you needing to say anything. And about that situation where you've just broken up and part of you wants your ex to notice what they're missing, I totally get it. But instead of fixating on them, channel that energy into yourself. Work on your health, not to win them back, but to rebuild you. When you do that, you're not only attracting them, but you're also opening yourself up to a whole new world of opportunities. If your ex sees you doing well, that's just a nice extra. The real victory is feeling good, looking good, and living your best life. Let's talk about Stoicism. Those guys thought it was super important to take care of your body because it's like a home for your mind and soul. Epicurus once said that no one is truly free unless they've got control over themselves. It's not just about managing your emotions or thoughts. It's also about taking charge of your body. If you ignore your physical health, you're not really in control, and that can mess with your confidence, making you feel like you have to seek validation elsewhere. Getting validation from others is one thing, but when you make your physical health a priority, you're showing yourself and everyone else that you value your body, which is your most important asset. And when you respect yourself like that, people tend to respect you too. So, how did I put this into action? I started working out regularly. It wasn't just about going to the gym to bulk up or shed pounds. It was about discovering a type of exercise I actually enjoyed and could keep up with. For me, it was a combination of different activities. Weightlifting and yoga really changed the game for me. They not only made me stronger and more flexible, but also helped me feel more centered and grounded. When you make exercise a regular part of your life, it's not just about getting fit. It's also a big boost for your mental health. Those endorphins really do make you feel good. Eating a balanced diet was another major shift for me. It's all about balance. Adding more fruits, veggies, lean proteins, and whole grains to my meals made a huge difference in my energy levels and overall well-being. I used to take sleep for granted, but making it a priority really changed everything. You can't underestimate how important a good night's sleep is. Trust me, when you're well rested, everything else in life gets easier, and you naturally give off a more attractive vibe. By focusing on your physical health, you're not just doing it for now, you're investing in your future. You're setting yourself up for a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. Plus, when you're healthy and full of energy, it just makes everything better. You naturally attract people who are also living their best lives, so you don't have to struggle for their attention. They're just drawn to your energy and vibe. Marcus Aurelius, the wise Stoic emperor, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." This quote is often about mental toughness, but it also applies to physical health. You have control over your body, what you put into it, how you take care of it, and the energy you bring to the world. By taking charge of your own life, you not only become more appealing to others, but the real kicker is that you start to feel better about yourself. As we finish up this first step, keep in mind that taking care of your physical health is a way of showing yourself some love. It's about saying, "I deserve to feel good, look good, and live a vibrant life." This isn't about trying to get someone else's attention. It's about realizing you're worthy of living your best life. So let's say this together. I am. Make sure you really believe in your worth, because when you do, everything else just clicks. And when you focus on your health, you're not just looking better for others, you're feeling better about yourself too. Now, before we move on, if you've got any questions about what we've talked about so far, or if you want to share a thought or a personal story, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Take the lead by contributing. If you've got some insights to share, go for it. And if you're just here to show support, feel free to drop a comment saying, "I am worthy of attention," to inspire others on their journey. I know the first step was a bit long, but trust me, it was the most important one to cover in detail. The next steps won't take as long, but they're still full of key insights and parts of my personal journey that you should know. So don't give up now. Don't let yourself get sidetracked today. It's the day we make real changes, and it all starts with staying focused and committed. Second, surround yourself with inspiring people. You've probably heard the saying that you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most, and there's a lot of truth to that. The people around you really shape your mindset, habits, and ultimately your success, including your relationships. Just think about it. Being around negative people who just complain about their lives but don't actually do anything to change it can really drag you down. It makes it way harder to stay motivated and focused on your own growth. On the flip side, when you're with people who are ambitious, positive, and working on improving themselves, their energy is infectious. You start picking up their mindset, motivation, and habits, which inspires you to level up yourself. Now, let's look at this in context. When it comes to relationships, whether you're looking to attract someone new, spark things up again, or even make an ex see what they lost, the people you hang out with matter a lot. When you're around folks who inspire you and push you to be your best, you naturally become more attractive. Not just to others, but to yourself too. You start to be the type of person who isn't okay with just getting by. You're always striving to improve, grow, and achieve more. That kind of attitude is super appealing to others. Imagine you're at a gathering with friends who are all overachievers. People who are super passionate about their goals and always pushing each other to do better. In that vibe, you're more likely to get into interesting conversations, share cool ideas, and feel confident. Now, think about being in a group where the talks are all about complaining, gossiping, or just killing time. Which version of you do you think is more appealing? The answer is pretty clear. Honestly, I've been through this change myself. There was a time when I didn't really care about who I hung out with, and it showed in my mindset and actions. But once I started spending time with ambitious people who had a positive attitude and were always working on themselves, I saw a huge shift in my own life. I got more motivated, more disciplined, and way more focused on my goals. The best part? It wasn't just me who saw the difference, others did too. People are naturally attracted to those who are passionate about life and always looking to better themselves. It's not just about hanging out with successful folks. It's about being around people who inspire you to be your best self. Find those who lift you up, support your growth, and challenge you to think bigger. These are the people who will help you stay focused, push you when you're feeling low, and genuinely celebrate your wins with you. And as you grow and improve, you naturally become more appealing to those around you, whether it's a new person, a partner, or even an ex. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, hang out with people who uplift you. This advice never gets old. By being around inspiring folks, you're not just boosting your chances of success, you're enhancing your whole life. So let's say this together. I choose to surround myself with people who inspire me. Say it confidently, because when you do, you're creating the right vibe for a better life. Life is full of positive vibes, growth, and endless possibilities. Number 3, get socially strong. Now, this might sound like I'm telling you to be super outgoing or the life of the party, but that's not what I mean. Being socially strong is all about building real connections, being resilient in your relationships, and making it so people are naturally attracted to you. Let me share my own story. About a year ago, I started having feelings for a co-worker, but back then, I wasn't exactly... I used to be the most socially confident person, but I often found myself overthinking interactions and stressing about how others saw me. Then I realized that if I really wanted to connect with this person, I needed to work on being socially strong. That didn't mean trying to impress them or forcing conversations. It was about being present, listening, and engaging in real ways. Instead of pretending to be someone I wasn't, I started focusing on building genuine connections, and that's when everything started to change. My coworker noticed the change not because I was being louder or more social, but because I was really interested in our talks and felt confident in how I approached things. Now, think about your own relationships. Maybe you're trying to bring back that spark with your partner instead of desperately chasing their attention. Picture going to them with a calm and steady vibe. You're not just looking for their approval, you're genuinely focused on connecting with them. You listen closely, have meaningful chats, and make sure they feel understood. Getting this shift can really spark the relationship again, since you're not just after their attention. You're giving them something more meaningful. Or maybe you're into someone new. The important thing is to create a real connection instead of stressing about how you're coming across or trying to wow them with big gestures. Just be present and genuine. Have conversations that really matter, listen to them, and respond thoughtfully. This way, you'll naturally draw people in. Real and genuine traits are super appealing, and then there's the whole thing with an X. Instead of chasing after them or trying to prove your worth, focus on building your social life. Get involved in meaningful conversations and be present. Show that you're doing great on your own. Your ex will start to see that you're not just getting by, but actually thriving. This might make them rethink their decision. You're not just pushing for it. They notice the strength and resilience you've built. Being socially strong is all about how you handle yourself in conversations. It's okay if not every chat is perfect and you don't have to win everyone over. What really matters is how you present yourself and connect with people honestly. When you're socially strong, you don't have to chase attention. It comes to you because you're genuinely interested in others and fully engaged. The Stoics really got this. Epicurus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we talk." That's what being socially strong is all about. Focusing on listening, understanding, and connecting instead of just talking. When you listen more and speak with intention, you build deeper, more meaningful connections that attract people to you. Real strength in social situations comes from being genuine, involved, and resilient, qualities that just shine through. You're more appealing to others, so let's own this together. I deserve attention. Say it with confidence and bring that mindset into your social interactions. When you know your worth, others will pick up on it too. Number 4, confidence makes you a magnet. It's not just about standing tall or speaking loudly. It's about knowing your value and exuding that self-assurance in every interaction. When you genuinely believe in yourself, people can't help but be attracted to you. Let me tell you a bit about my journey. There was a time when I really struggled with confidence, especially in social situations. I'd constantly second-guess myself, worried about saying the wrong thing or not being good enough. But when I started focusing on my physical health and building my social skills, something amazing happened. My confidence began to grow. It wasn't about being the loudest person in the room. It was about feeling comfortable in my own skin and trusting my abilities. That change made me realize that when you radiate confidence, you don't have to try so hard. You shouldn't have to chase after people. They should naturally be drawn to you. Think about it in terms of relationships. When you're confident, you're not always looking for your partner's approval. Instead, you bring a sense of security and self-assurance, which makes you more attractive. Confidence is magnetic. It shows you know your worth and aren't afraid to stand by it. Whether you're trying to attract someone new or make an ex see what they've lost, confidence is everything. When you walk into a room, own it. Walk into a room with your head held high, knowing you deserve attention. People will notice you without you having to fight for it because your confidence will naturally attract them. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "It's not the person who has little that's poor, but the one who always wants more." Confidence is about realizing you already have everything you need inside you. When you embrace this truth, you become a magnet for the right people and opportunities, so let's own this. Together, you deserve attention. Believe in your worth and see how confidence changes your relationships and attracts others to you. Number 5, have ambition. It's not just about setting goals or chasing success. It's about having a clear sense of purpose that pushes you forward in life. When you have ambition, you're not just going through the motions, you're actively working towards something that means a lot to you, and that's super appealing. I found this really attractive. A colleague I got really interested in a year ago had this amazing drive and a clear direction in life that was just magnetic. It wasn't just about their career goals. It was the passion they brought to everything they did. Watching someone so dedicated to their personal growth and ambitions made me see how important it is to have that level of focus and determination in relationships. Ambition is key, whether you're in a long-term relationship, dating someone new, or even trying to make an ex see what they're missing. Having ambition shows you're not stuck in one place. It tells your partner or someone you might date that you're always growing and reaching for more, which makes things exciting and inspiring between you. Ambition isn't just about chasing money or awards. It's about setting goals that really matter to you and match your passions. When you're driven by something bigger, you become more confident, resilient, and focused, qualities that naturally draw people in. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The obstacle to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote really nails what ambition is all about, seeing challenges as chances to grow and move ahead. So, aim for something that matters to you, and you'll see how your ambition not only changes your life, but also draws in people who share your vision. And number 6, get a grip on your emotions. Learning to master your feelings is one of the most powerful things you can do, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. When you've got a handle on your emotions, you're not easily thrown off by what's going on around you or what other people do. This emotional stability makes you strong, down to earth, and really appealing to others. I've experienced this myself. There was a time when I would let my feelings take over, getting too attached too fast or reacting without thinking when things got tough. But eventually, I figured out that not controlling my emotions was messing with my happiness and more. Once I started getting a handle on my emotions, everything changed. I became more grounded, patient, and less quick to react, which made my interactions with others way smoother and more meaningful. Mastering your emotions is really important. Picture this. Your partner does something that usually gets you fired up. Instead of snapping with anger or frustration, you pause, take a breath, think it over, and then respond. Being thoughtful not only helps avoid unnecessary drama, but also shows your partner that you can handle tough situations like a grown-up. Imagine you're dating someone new. Instead of letting anxiety or excitement get the best of you, you stay cool and collected. This way, the relationship can grow naturally without you pushing it or feeling overwhelmed. That kind of emotional control is super attractive because it shows confidence, self-awareness, and maturity. The Stoics really believed in this idea. Like Seneca said, a person is as miserable as they think they are. This quote reminds us that our feelings are often under our control, and by managing them, we can choose how we experience life. So, focus on mastering your emotions, and you'll notice not only do your relationships get better, but you also attract people who are drawn to your calm vibe. Number 7. Get good at listening. It might sound easy, but listening is actually a really important skill. The best skills you can build for your personal growth and relationships come from really listening. It's not just about hearing words, it's about picking up on emotions, intentions, and the real meaning behind what's being said. This skill to connect on a deeper level makes you not just more appealing, but also more influential in your relationships. I've noticed, especially with a colleague I liked, that when I truly listened, the vibe of our conversations shifted. It became more than just surface-level chatter. I realized that instead of trying to show off what I knew or take over the conversation, it was way more important to let them express themselves fully. This really helped strengthen our bond because they felt heard, understood, and valued. It taught me how powerful listening can be in relationships. Getting good at listening can really change the game. Think about a time when you were upset and needed to talk. Now picture if the person you turned to was only half listening, more interested in what they wanted to say next. It's really frustrating when you feel like no one is actually hearing you, right? But when someone genuinely listens and makes you feel like what you're saying is important, it can really strengthen your connection. This is super important in romantic relationships because feeling understood and valued is essential for a strong bond. Listening is also key when it comes to resolving conflicts. When disagreements happen, it's easy to just focus on getting your point across or defending yourself. But if you take a moment to step back and really listen to the other person, it can change everything. When you look at things this way, you'll see that conflicts get resolved more easily and with less stress. This mindset shows that you're mature and open to understanding others, not just wanting to be understood, which is super appealing and builds respect in any relationship. Plus, being a good listener is key when you're trying to make new connections, whether it's with a potential partner or at work. People are naturally attracted to those who really listen to them. It's not just about saying the right things all the time, it's about being there, giving your full attention and responding thoughtfully. That's what really leaves a mark and helps build deeper, more meaningful relationships. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we talk." This quote perfectly highlights how important listening is. By getting good at this, you're not just improving your relationships, you're also growing as a person and learning more about yourself. Others start to see things differently and become the kind of people that others just want to be around. So as we keep going on this journey, remember that listening is an art. It takes patience, being present, and empathy. When you really get the hang of listening, you not only build stronger relationships, but also become more appealing because you show that you genuinely care about what others have to say. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone who might enjoy it. You could really get something out of these insights, and if you haven't liked this video yet, now's the perfect time to do it. Show your support. Also, go ahead and shout out that affirmation again. I am worthy of attention. Your engagement helps us grow and keep delivering awesome content. Remember, these 7 steps aren't just about grabbing attention. They're about taking back your power, confidence, and self-worth. So really take these lessons to heart and put them into practice. Live your life and see how things start going your way. Stay strong, stay calm, and I'll catch you in the next video.